Ahoy Captains, it's Vaz again with another video from World of Warships Legends. And today we have another Let's Play for you. This is in the Bourgogne, the French legendary battleship. Today's match is a game of capture the base on the map Shatter. Now let's talk spoilers for a second. If you don't want to hear me talk about tactics and the ship itself, you could actually fast forward to about the 8-minute mark of the match in game there. That's when the action really starts, and I wouldn't blame you if you did fast forward to that, because it's about 2.5 minutes of Vaz just absolutely wrecking the other team. But yeah, if you do stick around for the entire duration of the video, I do very much appreciate that. I do appreciate everyone's support. I definitely don't take it for granted, and that's why I throw so much support towards other members of the community. You know, us small-time content creators gotta support each other, you know what I mean? So anyways, the first thing I want to talk about in this match is just something very straightforward, and it's to be always on the ready, even at the very beginning of the match. You saw there that as we were going past the gap in front of the enemy base, we had all 3 turrets pointed in that direction, and when the enemy curve first appeared up on the screen for just a quick moment, we were able to launch a salvo, and we got over 18k on him. Meanwhile, his turrets weren't even looking in our direction, and he wasn't even able to return fire at all. And all because we were just ready, we just wanted to shoot at something. And so I think that's something that's very underrated, but also very important, to always be ready, especially at the beginning of the match. Because 18k, that's no small baguette. I'm going to say baguette a lot in this commentary. I'm going to see how many times I can say it. Because a lot of people call this ship the baguette. And boy, does this thing ever like to sling hard steel baguettes at the sides of people's heads. So with the Bourgogne, you do like to take advantage of the speed, and we engage our speed boost because we want to get to the left flank. We want to try and flank the enemy team. That's basically the best tactics in a French battleship. I think everybody kind of knows that already, though. But if you were unsure that the baguette could handle such a task, I'm here to tell you that this thing can handle it twofold. Now, something I probably should have mentioned right off the bat, but we're going to talk a lot about it right now, is always thinking on your feet and planning ahead. It's very important in this game overall, but ultra important in a battleship. And that's because of how slow moving they are and how few salvos you get to actually take over the course of a match. First up, what we need to do is we need to not be broadside to this curve first in Yamato any longer, so we hit the brakes and turn in. And we're also taking some spam from a Minotaur that's behind an island. We're about to take spam from another Minotaur behind another island. And there's also a freaking Colbert that's hunkered down behind an island, and he's also trying to spam us with HE. And that unfortunately stops our push, so we need to kind of think about some new tactics here. But not before we take a long distance shot at that second Minotaur over 17 clicks away. And bingo, our first Citadel of the match. We're going to be getting a lot of those. I wonder how many times I'll be saying Citadel. Who knows, I might be saying Citadel more than baguette. See if you can keep track. No, just kidding, don't do that, that's stupid. Okay, so the curve first actually just got absolutely destructed by, I think, our friendly Minotaur. Must have been a new player running into Torps. And so now we're taking spam. We're trying to take shots at the enemy gearing. We're not having much success with that. Trying to take shots at the Colbert. He's going to be hiding behind that island. Minotaur is hiding behind the island beside him. The Yamato's positioned really well, taking advantage of island cover. If we try to keep flanking the enemy team the way that we were going, the Yamato's going to be catching us broadside. So that's a no-go. So now what do? The enemy team's all really positioned quite well, actually, which is surprising for kindergarten tier. Most legendary players go out the way that curve first did. Anyways, you saw us kicking into full gear. Put the ship in full speed ahead mode because we had a little light bulb ping above our heads. And that little light bulb said reverse flank. And what that means is go back all the way around the other side of these 5 ships, which is basically going right up the middle of the map. We're going to try and catch these guys with their pants down. You can see the way a couple of our friendly ships are positioned on the western side of the map. Hopefully they'll stay in that area and draw the enemy fire while we make our little reverse flanking maneuver. And I mean, not every ship can do this. If you're in Colorado, or hell, if you're in frickin' Yamato, you're probably not going to be able to pull this off. but it's worth a try, right? You know, like I said, positioning is very important in this game. It's almost like a chess match if you can envision where your ship can be in the next 2 or 3 minutes, and where the enemy ships will be in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Boy, oh boy, you'll be playing chess while them chumps will be playing checkers. In the meantime, while we sail on over there, let's get our commander up on the screen. This match we're using kind of a sniper build, actually, with Robert Gijard. And our inspirations are Andrew Cunningham for better accuracy, and our other French buddy, Emile Giapretti. And he can really help us maximize our French battleship movement speed. You can really see how tough of a time our team is having with these two cruisers, but thankfully the gearing got taken out there. And although it might be enticing to park up here and see if we can catch these cruisers broadsides, they still do have the Yamato backing them up. They're flapping around like butterflies. To hell with chasing after them. We're just gonna stick to our backup plan. Now there's Bourgogne. It only has 15-inch guns, and I think that a lot of people dismissed that when it was first released to the Bureau. They said there's no way a battleship can hang at legendary tier with only 15-inch guns. But as some of us who have played this game long enough know, these French battleships have those magic baguette bullets, and somehow they just always find their way. Couple that with Gijard's base trait, which improves penetration. Man, this thing can hit hard. And as you'll see in just a couple moments here, because it only has 15-inch shells, you're less likely to suffer from frustrating overpins. Ooh boy, look at us go through this narrow gap. I do really like this map shatter. The hell, look at us go. Those enemy cruisers aren't the only ones that can use islands for cover. In this map there are a lot of islands, that's for sure. Let's line up our first victim. Put this Minotaur out of his misery. He must have been running the radar consumable because he wasn't standing still or using a smoke. Oh well, he won't have to worry about that anymore, because he was our first victim of the match. Now we sure would love to line up this Colbert. Boy, that guy has been so elusive this match. But we know we saw shells coming from our starboard side. That other Minotaur's around here somewhere, so we lock our guns to that side to prepare for him. Hey, full health Minotaur, you want to see a magic trick? And we make him disappear. That's our first devastating strike medal of the match. Oof, that had to hurt. No, we did hit the brakes there because we were thinking about torps. The Minnows got lots of torps, and we saw what happened to the enemy Kerr first when he came up against our Minotaur. Now we want to make sure we point ourselves towards those torps so that we take as few as possible. Now we do run the steering gears mod in the second slot of the baguette instead of the propulsion mod, so we're a bit slow to start and stop. But it's all good, we only ended up taking one torpedo, damage con that right quick, and we continue our push towards the Yamato. And I don't even know what to say about what's about to happen, so I'll let the video speak for itself. Ooh boy, rear turret of justice, do your thing. There's our second devastating strike of the match. Oh, did that one ever feel good. And good God, we still do not have shots on this freaking Colbert. But luckily, from the other flank, we have a retreating Des Moines. And I don't know what he's thinking. He's just in panic mode. And really, it's only a matter of time before we get our turret swung around on him. For some reason, he has decided to go almost flat broadside to us. Maybe he just wants to end it as fast as possible. And you know what? Let's oblige him. Let's use our reload booster and get rid of him in as few salvos as possible. Oh, and you know what? All we needed was one salvo. And that's our third devastating strike of the match. And oh boy, look at this. Rear turret of justice with the reload booster on the Colbert. Can we get our Kraken? Yes! Kraken unleashed. Match over. 2 kills and 1 salvo if you think about it. The front 2 turrets on the Des Moines and the back turret on that annoying Colbert. And wow, what a match. I can't believe the reverse flank actually worked. And boy, did it work to perfection. Bourgogne, you are my new favorite legendary tier battleship. So here we are on the results screen. Over 206,000 in damage. Damn. 15 citadels. Kraken Unleashed medal and high caliber medal, and not to mention those 3 devastating strike medals. Guys, do not sleep on the baguette. This ship is a blast to play. I hope you did enjoy that video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button for me. Hit that subscribe button if you do want to see more of my videos. Feel free to leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought about this video. And as always, take care of yourselves and do what makes you happy.